testimony services. There was an older man sitting about midway the church. He kept getting up, trying to say something, but every time he finally make it to his feet, one of the younger persons would spring up and begin to testify. After one of those chances, he just decided to stand there and wait. Pretty soon, the rest of the church had finished testifying, and it was his chance. He stood and looked around and said, "Brothers and sisters, I just want to thank and praise the Lord for this chance, an opportunity to be in church one more time." He said, "You haven't seen me around here for a while, and I guess many of you don't recognize me. I've lost a good bit of weight. But you see, I've been sick. I fell into bad health. By having to miss so many days from work, I lost my job. Not only did I lose my job, but not having any consistent income, no money coming in, I lost the little house I had. But the government was so kind to me, they put me in one of those high-rise buildings. I had a little money saved up, and I tried to keep things going, waiting to get back on my feet again. But, you know, the little car that I had to just get me from here and there and back to work, it completely wiped out my savings, and they came and repossessed my car. I wanted to keep a little groceries in the pantry, but my pride told me not to, but I got hungry, so I had to go and apply for food stamps. And with no job and no house and no car, no money, they did give me some food stamps, but a young lady stopped by the other day and told me she was on a field visit, and she come to check me out and said, "Sir, we're going to have to cut back on your food stamps." He said, "Well, brothers and sisters, I don't want you to start feeling sorry for me. I didn't say all that so that you can feel sorry for me. I just came tonight to tell you something, and I remember my mind goes back to when I was home and we used to have testimony services there. And I remember my grandmama used to sing a song when the road was rough and the going got tough, and she'd say something like this: I feel like pressing my way. I feel like pressing my way. Sometimes through the storm, sometimes through the rain, I feel like pressing my way." About that time, he walked out of the pew and into the aisle. He said, "Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. I'm going to have my seat, but don't go home feeling sorry for the old man. You see, I'm not worried about that house. I would have been, but before my eyes got dim, I read somewhere in John where he said, 'Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. For in my Father's house there are many mansions.' So I'm not worried about that house because I got a mansion over there." And he said, "Brothers and sisters, I don't want you to be worried about that car. Because I heard a preacher say one day that when I get over there, I don't have to worry about an energy crunch no more. I don't have to worry about gas bills no more. Because everywhere I go then, I can fly. God's going to give me 2 wings, veil the face, and 2 wings to veil the feet, and 2 wings to fly anywhere I want to go." Then he said, "But I don't want you to even be worried about the food, because I heard somebody say that when we get to glory, we gonna sit at the welcome Before I left the hospital, they told me I had rheumatism in my legs, arthritis in my arms. But I heard that there was a tree over there. And that tree's got leaves on it. And they say I can just pull one of the leaves from the tree. And I'll get rid of my arthritis. And I'll get rid of my rheumatism. I'm going to have a seat now, but I wonder, church, if you'll just join in with me and the musicians and sing just a little bit of that song. It goes like this. So just press on. Press on. So just press on. Press on. So just press on. Press on. So just press on. I'm sorry, I love that song. I loved it when my great auntie used to sing it. She used to tear that number up, honey. That was my song, okay? Honey, anyway, hey y'all. This is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful, the horses are fast, the horses are beautiful, the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. Okay, today is Marvelous Monday, and we're going to talk about some things. Okay, we're going to talk about, and shout out to all my new subbies. Thank you, Miss Shireen, for telling me that you subbed to me today. Thank you so much. And shout out to all of my butterflies, period. What's up, Tanya? Tracy, girl, you was number one, girl. What's up, JB, my little bruh? Okay. Corinne. Thank you, boo. Let me see. Someone in the store said lavender. Laugh out loud. I'll be I don't know. You know lavender is calming though, right? You do know that, right? Lavender is very calming. And seriously, if you all sometimes smells can relax you. I don't like the smell of lavender, but it is relaxing. I really don't. I like fruity stuff, and lavender to me, it reminds me of
really, really, really old people in a nursing home that has been sitting in the chair and they just want somebody to come and shake their hand and hug on them. And then when you do, they got that smell. That's what lavender reminds me of. So that's why I don't like lavender, but I do know the effects of it. It does relax you. Okay. So, if you are high strung or your blood pressure's up and all of that, get you some lavender if you can stand the smell. All right. All right. All right. All right, y'all. We're going to get into it. Look, check this out. It's so much. And let me apologize to you all. I was supposed to have been on earlier, but I was actually sleeping. I overslept. I had a conference call at 3 o'clock. I had something else. I overslept through it all of it. I woke up about 6 something. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I owe you guys an apology. I do. I'm sorry because I try to be here. I'm one of them that keep their word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So if ever I don't show up, either I'm tired from my little tune up I get 3 times a week, or it's an emergency that's done happen. You know what I'm saying? So know that, okay? Because I know your time is valuable just like mine. All right. So we're gonna get into some things. I want to show y'all this real quick. It's a real quick video. Somebody actually tagged me in it, and I want to show y'all real quick because what's up, detached boo? Hey, I want to show y'all something because we're going to talk about the mind today real quick. We're talking about Lord, I swear, you know what? This computer, I just saw that there's a typo in my title. What is Foods O? What is Foods O? What's up, JJ? Well, that's what is his name? Happy Life. Hey, Happy Life. Don't forget, y'all, to please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. I just saw that y'all Foods O help with Lord. You know what? I give up. I give the heck up. Hold on, let me pull it up. Make sure y'all can see this. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, y'all can see it. All right, let's go. Pay attention, y'all.
In 2018, my husband set me on fire. We'd been together for 15 years, and here's some of the red flags that I missed in the beginning. Number 1, road rage. Acting completely insane in front of me in the car, even though it made me uncomfortable. Number 2, wanting to move in with me very soon after meeting when it appeared that he didn't have anywhere else to live. Number 3, so much pornography that it's uncomfortable as a problem and would not stop when I asked. Number 4, secretive. I couldn't use his laptop, didn't want to give me passwords to anything, hid papers in the closet. Number 5, silent treatments when he was angry at me. Pouting with his lip stuck out like a 3-year-old when he was mad at me for being mad.
Okay, did y'all see that? Let's do it one more time. Hold on, we're going to stop.
In 2018, my husband set me on fire.
First of all, her husband set her on fire. And the reason why I'm bringing this, right, you saw that? Okay. The reason why I'm bringing this up because, not only am I, have I, but there's other people of God, been telling you guys to pray for the minds of the men. Okay. And remember, I told you guys back in 2021, and then 2022, and then 2023. I said that there will be a mass entrance back to church, back to God with men. Men are coming back to God. Because right now, if you go into church, you see some men, but mostly who do you see? Females. We always go serve some God, honey. We always gonna go to church. We're gonna do all the things, okay? So I said there will be a mass entrance back to him. Well, anything that is promised to you, there will be an attack on, okay? So there's no coincidence that right now that it seemed like men's minds are being attacked. Okay, they're becoming maniacs. They're becoming like some of these people. You hear things, you're like, I didn't never know that person had that in them. I never put anything against any man. Okay, I don't. I got two sons, and I'm constantly praying over their minds because you don't know what people go through. And just because I'm their mama, it don't mean nothing. I'm gonna do a live this week to show y'all this person who killed his mama. Just and the brother killed him. It's things that's going on now that we would have never thought that would happen. So the enemy is playing for keeps. We the only one that's play pimping. We the only one that's still playing. The enemy has never stopped playing. He's never stopped playing for keeps. Okay, we are the own. Did you? Yeah, it's been about three of them, and different people always send me things when they want me to talk about it. Um, I- you know, I always tell y'all like who y'all like, listen to who you listen to, and blah blah blah, y'all. But it's more to life than this uckery that's trying to go on. Okay, have fun with it, enjoy, laugh. I know a lot of people come on YouTube to get away from their life and all this and stuff. I get it, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just like a person who say they healthy, but all they eat every day is junk food. That's all they eat: chocolate cake, cupcakes, hot dogs, Krispy Kreme, pop, juice, candy. They eat nothing of substance. They eat no type of vegetables. They don't eat no balanced meal, no nothing. But then keep talking about how they sick because of everything that you intake, everything that you put in you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have dessert, and sometimes it's okay to eat your dessert first. How about that? Okay. Um, and I'm gonna address something too. Somebody asked me, I'm gonna address something, but I just wanted to give this because these are some red flags that she noticed once this happened to her. Okay, you could tell she was really a beautiful woman. I mean, she's not bad looking now. There's no telling how many skin grafts and stuff she's had and everything, because you could tell that she was burnt. Okay, and that's hatred, y'all. That's jealousy. That's very much jealousy, and it's very much hatred, and everything. So let's go.
We've been together for 15 years, and here's some of the red flags that I missed in the beginning. Number one, road rage. Acting completely insane in front of me in the car, even though it made me uncomfortable. Number two, wanting to move in with me very soon after meeting when it appeared that he didn't have anywhere else to live. Number three, so much pornography that it's uncomfortable is a problem and would not stop when I asked. Number four, secretive. I couldn't use his laptop, didn't want to give me passwords to anything, hid papers in the closet. Number five, silent treatments when he was angry at me, pouting with his lip stuck out like a 3-year-old when he was mad at me for being mad.
Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, every man that means something to you, y'all, keep them in prayer. Every day needs to be a day that you pray for them seriously, because you don't know what they go through. See, where we as women are very verbal, we talk about things. You know what I'm saying? We'll say, even though sometimes we get quiet, but for the most part, we really do talk about things. We'll tell you, look, you getting on my nerves. Um, and all this and stuff like that. So yeah, ugh, you got to pray for the minds of people. Okay. I also want to give y'all this. You're telling you yes, boo. I also want to give y'all this. Okay. A narcissist. Okay, a narcissist, a narcissist. A narcissist is someone with a self-centered personality characterized by an exaggerated sense of self-importance, okay? A need for admiration and a lack of empathy. In other words, in layman's term, only thing that matters to them is them and how they feel, what they see, what they think. Anything about them, anything about you doesn't matter. They don't care how you feel. They always find a way to turn it around on them. Here they done mistreated you and done lied to you. You caught them in the lie, but it's your fault. Because had you not said, did, act, whatever, had you not, this, that, and the other. So that's a narcissist, okay? And let me give you a couple more really quick, because you may be raising a narcissist, you may be around one, you may be married to one. Okay. Okay. Narcissistic personality disorder, which is NPD. NPD is a mental health condition where these narcissistic traits become pervasive and deeply ingrained, causing significant impairment, in social, occupational, and other important areas of life. Individuals with NPD may struggle with maintaining healthy relationships due to their lack of empathy and need for control. They may also experience difficulties with emotional regulation and may be prone to feelings of shame, anger, and depression when their inflated self image is threatened. And a lot of times they can be threatened by how good you act, how good your life is. In this book that I'm reading, this lady, she, met this man and she thought that he had it all together. Like she was dating this one guy and he, every 2 seconds he wanted to change what he wanted to become. So she bumped into this other guy who seemed, nice looking, seemed like he had his life all together and all that. And so they got together. Well, after six months to a year, he hit her once. And then he said he was sorry because he was stressed and all of this. And she was like, okay. And she forgave him, right? After that, he really laid into her and he threatened her so bad. He told her like they lights went off, okay, because he was supposed to pay it. They lights got cut off. And so when she got paid, she went and got them turned back on. When she got home, he said, who turned these lights on? She said, me. She said, I took my paycheck and, I went and got the lights turned back on so we wouldn't be in the dark. He beat her for that. He said, I don't care how long these lights stay off. You wait for me. I'm supposed to do that. You wait for me. Now, this man didn't have no job because he's on contract. Okay. So he didn't care how long they sat in the dark. He wanted her to wait until he tell her any acts of independence. Okay. He couldn't stand. She was an RN, getting promotions on her job. Every promotion she got, every bonus she got, and things like that, it made him mad. And so he would beat her up, and everything. He will walk up on her job and sit in the lobby and watch her, and then he'll walk through the hospital. Like he really couldn't. He didn't want her to. He wanted her to be up on this thumb. He used to put sleeping aids in her medicine. I mean, in her food, and she would wake up and she would be naked and between her legs would be raw or wet where he done raped her. And then she found out that she was pregnant. She didn't want a baby right then because she was trying to get herself together. She found out she was pregnant. He told her, he grabbed her by her throat and said, if I found out that you done had an abortion, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to set the house on fire. Everything. He followed her everywhere she went, she had to go. So she finally decided to leave him. When she left him, y'all, he found out where she was and grabbed her, put her hand behind her back, grabbed her hair, and stuck her face down in the tub of water, trying to drown her until she said she'll come back to him. And she had to tell her parents, she had to tell her family that they got married and she forgave him because the ultimate thing was he tried to come on to her sister. And her sister told her. And she believed her sister, so that's how she left, right? She's like, I'm not dealing with this. Ain't you coming on to my sister, blah, blah, blah. But then he threatened to kill her and all this other stuff. Y'all, this book is something else. Do you hear me? And I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So yeah. Just be careful, okay? Right, you're right. So just wanted to let y'all know that. COVID. I don't know if y'all heard the update because they're really not talking about it right now. So let me pull it up for you real quick. It is okay, here we go. Yep. Let me pull it up because I got it on. Hold on. So just here we go. Sometimes through the storm, sometimes through the rain, I feel like pressing my way. Let's see. Of course not. Hold on. Okay, so supposedly, oh, it's still 93 here in Kentucky. My God, today. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm trying to get the new side effects. Because y'all know they done stopped the free at home tests. Okay. They have stopped there. Okay. I can't find the other. So let me just go here because I don't want to prolong. What to know about the COVID variant that may cause razor blade sore throats? Okay. I'm not sure if y'all heard it or not, but in the information part of my title, where I said let's talk, it actually has the variant, and the newest variant is N Nancy Boy NB .1.8.1 okay, or Nimbus, okay, NIBUS, may cause painful sore throats, earning it a new nickname, razor blade throat, okay, razor blade throat. That's what the new variant is called, okay. It's said to give you a blade throat, and I don't know about y'all, but that is not appealing at all. Okay, but you do know that some sinus infections do that as well. Okay, so it's like you really don't know if you got a sinus infection, if you got COVID, if you got the flu. You just really don't know, because it all is migrating to be the same thing, you know. So it's just crazy. It just really is. I wonder why this thing will not let me pull it up. It keeps saying it can't be found, but it can be found because I got it on my other computer. This is weird. Let me see. So anyway, there is a new there is a new vaccine that the administration just approved, but it's a certain. Let me see. Let me read it. Hold on. And give me one moment to read y'all comments and stuff. Okay, here we go. Right here, it says based on the provided search results for here's information about COVID. Okay. Let me see. Mama. Uh, The CDC's program for providing free COVID-19 vaccinations to uninsured and underinsured people is ending. So, those of you all who actually want to be able to take those shots and all that and stuff, you will not be able to get it for free. You're going to have to actually pay for it. Okay. It just is what it is. Um, I really do. My opinion, I want to see what y'all think. Do y'all think that some of the powers that be is just trying to kill off a lot of people as a form of population control? I'm just asking for a friend. That's it. I'm just asking for a friend, okay? Okay, so in effort to get more people in Louisville, which is the city I grew up in, okay, vaccinated against COVID-19, Luvex is taking vaccines to the community as a part of its mobile mission. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing if you're into that, if you're going to take it. I believe some of the problems that people are dealing with now, though, I wish Dirk was in here, but I know he probably working out in the cigar bar. Um, I think some of the issues, and this is just my opinion, allegedly, all up and through here, that people are dealing with now and don't know why they're dealing with it is because they actually was an experiment. Okay, they was part of the experiment. My opinion on you. You don't have to agree with me, but that's just how I feel. Okay, it's just how I feel. Okay, now my mouse don't want to work. I swear I hate that mouse. Okay, JJ, I heard you. What's up, hypnotic boo? He wants to be called JJ. Okay, JJ. You got it, JJ. I'm sorry, JJ. Forgive me, JJ. Thanks for being here, JJ. What's up, the hood table beef? Don't y'all forget to go support the hood table too. And I think Hypnotic Touch got a channel as well. So don't forget to go and give her some love on her channel and everything. Also, y'all, let me see. Hold on. Okay. So I'm done with those two. Give me one moment because there's something else I want to share with you guys. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. I know I do have to change the title, yeah. I know it's a miss. Is it? Yeah. It's you welcome, love. It's a miss. Yeah. My computer sucks. Did I ever say that to y'all before? Hi. My name is Creole and my computer sucks. Okay. Both of my computer sucks. The big computer sucks because I can't come live on it. Right. And then my keyboard, where some of the letters used to be, it's worn off. Okay. And even when you press I, where I is, O will come up. See what I'm saying? So it sucks. And then my other one, it don't know if it want to stay lit. It don't know if it want to stay charged. It don't know what it wants to do. You can move the mouse and the whole computer go black. So, hi, my name is Creole and my computer sucks. Okay? Just want y'all to know that it sucks. Oh, child. Okay. Let me give y'all some food items. Okay. If you know somebody who's dealing with cancer. Okay. But before we go there, let me give y'all a real brief. Now, like I said, somebody sent me this, but it's a good summons of what discernment is. So that's why I'm using it. It's not mine. Somebody actually sent it to me. I ain't gonna take credit for somebody else's work. But when I see something and I think it's worth sharing, I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna give the person credit. Okay. A lot of people take my crap as if it's theirs and never give me credit. So, it just is what it is. Okay, discernment. Discernment is when everything looks right on the outside, but something in you just won't settle. The uneasiness isn't random. It's God's way of whispering, look again. See how I like it? I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna slow it down for y'all, okay? Slow it down. Discernment, which every believer in Christ should have some form of discernment. You don't have to be a preacher, pastor, teacher, bishop, prophet, none of that. You just got to be a child of Christ. Okay? Every child of Christ, that is one of your DNAs. You have discernment. Okay? If you don't, you need to sit still and then you need to talk to God and say, look, God, I'm going to need this discernment, especially in these next days and stuff, y'all. I told y'all when 2025 came in, anything that can be shook will be shook. I told y'all that. I ain't lied yet. I told y'all from the entertainment industry all the way to the government. So you need discernment, okay? You really do. You need a discernment to, should I go to this store today? Should I go to, which way should I route take my route today? You need discernment because even going to church, y'all see them two attacks on two different churches in two different cities. Like I tell y'all, we the only ones keep playing, but the enemy, the devil, he's playing for keep. He ain't never stopped playing for keep. So let me read it again. Discernment is when everything looks right on the outside. Oh, that's so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I know that's my house. Oh, I know that's my man. Oh, that's my woman. Oh, that's my. You see it? Oh yeah, that's right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Okay. But something in you just won't settle. But then you be like, it's just something that won't let me. I don't know what that. I know that house is mine, but when you hear that but, Because everybody has a butt, physically as well as spiritually. Everybody got a butt. Okay. When you start hearing that butt situation, you know. Okay. But something in you just won't settle. That uneasiness isn't random. It's God's way of whispering, look again. And if we start looking into if we start actually listening to the discernment that we have, we wouldn't have to go through a lot of things. Okay. We would not have to go through a lot of things. And discernment is there to keep us from falling, to keep us from making unnecessary mistakes in everything. Okay. It just is. All right. Uh, so let me get to my next thing real quick. Let me get to my next thing. Let me get to my next thing. Foods. Foods. Because some of y'all, I understand money is tight and you cannot get all these different supplements and everything that I tell you to get. And that's why I've been telling y'all for like 5 years, 5 or 6 years, to just when you get a little extra money, go and buy you some and put them up. Go and buy you some and put them up. Go and buy you some and put them up. You know what I'm saying? Some people listen, some people don't. And then when they get into a crisis, now they need it and can't afford it. And then not my fault. Not my fault. What's up, bird boo? Okay, so let me give you this. Foods that suppress answer cells. Okay, y'all know, put the C where necessary. Foods that suppress answer cells. Okay, all right. So one of the ones that I love is changa mushroom. Okay, changa, CHAGA mushroom. Okay, that's one. Another one, I take this every other day, okay, because it's good for arthritis as well, okay. So one day, y'all just write these down, and then one day this week, I'm gonna go back and I'll tell you about them. Okay, so changa mushroom is one. Let me just skip and give, okay, y'all know about beetroot, beet juice, okay. Pomegranate. Pomegranate's also good for kidney issues. It's also good for UTIs. Pomegranate's just good, period. Okay. Um, I drink pomegranate juice at least once a week. Like I go get the big 64 ounce, and every day I drink like a little bit. And yeah, it's good. Grapes. I told y'all can go on a grape diet for 72 hours and go back to the doctor, and all of your blood work will be so much better. They'll be like, "What are you doing? How did you come out of this crisis real quick, y'all?" Great. You need to Google the grape diet. The grape diet, baby. You better get into it. Garlic. We already know garlic is the number one thing, y'all. I use garlic almost in everything. And even though some people like they only get the real fresh garlic where you have to peel it and stuff yourself, I ain't got that time. Now I do buy that garlic, but I also get the garlic in the jar. And when you have a crisis, let me tell you what you can do. Okay, this is free. This ain't costing you nothing. Put a scoop of garlic, okay, half a teaspoon of garlic in a cup. Add a little bit of like 2 ounces of warm water, as warm as you can take it. Let it sit there for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then drink it. Also, when you got a toothache, don't you know you can put garlic on your tooth where your tooth is aching, and it'll pull that pain up out of that tooth. It'll also pull that infection. Garlic is a bad shut your mouth. It just is. And we can't deny it, even though, I know Dr. Sebi, he kind of frowned on it, but garlic is pretty good. Ginger. Enough said about that. Get you some ginger powder if you can't afford the real ginger. Get you some ginger powder, okay? Get you some ginger shots to build your immune system up. I don't like the taste of ginger, but I do have ginger tea, okay? I ain't crazy. When it works, it works. Green tea, speaking of tea, green tea. Ain't that the truth? Green tea, y'all. Green tea is remarkable. It just really is. Green tea is something else. All right. Everybody should always have green tea in their house somewhere. Okay. You should always have green tea. Let me tell you something else you should always have. Green tea, matter of fact, it's on this list. Black seed oil and oregano oil. Them three always, because if you're dealing with any type of infection, those three, especially oregano oil and then green tea on top of that. My niece, God bless her soul, my niece, when she went through the first, when the first round of COVID came out, she stayed home and did uh, green tea, black seed oil, and something else. She still here. She just closed herself in her house, was like, nah, mm-mm. So, turmeric. Turmeric is something you should always have too. Here's the thing about turmeric. Let me tell you that. A lot of people told me, Creole, I'm taking turmeric, but it doesn't seem to be working. Turmeric needs to be activated and has turmeric activated with black pepper. Okay. So if you're doing anything with turmeric, you have to put a pinch of black pepper with it so that it's activated and it can do what it needs to do. Okay. That's the only thing you probably missing. When you use turmeric, you got to have black pepper with it. That's why most of the times when you see supplements with turmeric in it, it also has black pepper. They're not telling you why black pepper is in it, but that's why. Turmeric needs black pepper to activate. Other than that, you're just taking turmeric. Okay? I love ginger. Do you? It's a taste to be desired. I promise you. For me, it's like ugh. But yeah, so that's all for right now. That's all I'm gonna give. And everything. Now, I'm gonna show y'all something that happened to one of my family members. Let me pull it up real quick because this may have happened to you as well. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on to your lips. Uh, okay, let's go here. Here we go. And I'm grateful that she kept it to herself because I didn't know. So I was grateful that she kept it to herself. And when I text her, she's like, "Yeah, fam. I just, only a few people knew because I didn't want it to get out and stuff like that." She said, "Not that you would have." She said, "But I had to make sure that the people that I told, if it got out, it was only two people that knew." So I'm like, shut the front door and kick open the back. So hold on, let me try to pull her page up real quick because I couldn't believe this. I could not believe this. Let me see. Who would even thought about this, man? This is weird. Okay, here we go. Lord, what is my little sister doing? She's holding up a Taylor Port bottle. I hope not. That's a drink. If I never hear about it, I'm fine. Hold on. And this only because that's all you hear nowadays on YouTube. People drinking Taylor Port, Taylor Port. And it's actually a dessert wine, y'all. Y'all know I used to be a chef. It's a dessert wine. You're not supposed to you're not you're not supposed to drink it like, you just yeah, okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Here we go. Okay, y'all ready? I can't take oregano oil because of my kidneys. Why? What does it do to your kidneys? Because I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, Here we go. Right. No, I don't want the extension. You suck. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Lawsuit. Louisville jail denied woman her HIV medication. Sasha Sloan sues Metro Corrections and Louisville Metro government alleging negligence and rights violation after being denied HIV medication in jail. Okay. Okay, let's go right here. A woman is suing Metro Corrections and Louisville Metro government for negligence and failure to train officers in constitutional violations. According to the complaint, Sasha was in Metro Corrections from November 29, 2023 through December 19, 2023, and again from April 2024 to August 2024. Sloan, who has been HIV positive for 13 years, claims she was denied her prescribed medication while detained at the downtown jail. She recalls arriving at Metro Corrections and going through a light check and process where boots were stationed. She told WHS News she made staff aware of her HIV status. I felt like they needed to know because I wanted to get my body back in shape after coming off of alcohol and things. She said I wasn't stable, but willing to get my life together. I believe while going into the system, it's a place of rehabilitation. It's a place to correct damage mentally, physically, and get myself together. Some believe information about her medication was entered into the system. During the second stay inside LMDC, she said she made numerous requests to the shift nurse about seeing a doctor for her declined health due to the lack of medication. She alleges she was often told she would be called when it was her turn. Without the medication, Sloan said she faced severe health issues, including flu-like symptoms, diarrhea, fever, and chills. It wasn't until her second stint inside a Metro Correctional, Sloan said she was finally heard and taken to a doctor in June 2024. She claims once the medication was prescribed, it took staff 3 weeks to administer the medication. I took it and then ran out, which is dangerous. You can't stop and start this regimen, Sloan said. My body went through all kinds of changes. People are cruel, she said. I had to be switched from one dorm to another dorm because of the teasing and taunting or the we don't want her in here. So, let me see. Her condition is a world human being thing. Once this type of information is known to others, it's the others who receive the information that needs to make the choice on how we're going to treat people, Wimberly said. Her attorneys say in the lawsuit, Sloan T-cell count dropped below 300 during her confinement and developed complications that would lead her to being diagnosed as having AIDS. We are not going to comment on any specific case pending litigation. This is what the jail said. LNDC does routinely administer HIV medications to those with valid prescriptions. Thought y'all wasn't going to comment because you just commented. Okay. So anyway, y'all, that's what happened. And I contacted my family member and I was like, what? Excuse? Boo Boo Kitty. She's like, I know, fam. She said, I didn't tell everybody. She said, because, well, I knew she had HIV. She did tell me that. I knew she had HIV. Matter of fact, she does. I shared her story with y'all a while ago. So I knew she had HIV. You know, that ain't no big story. Those of us who know her know, you know, and everything. And she told us how she got it and all that and stuff. But I didn't know she went through this. She gonna win this lawsuit. She gonna win this lawsuit. I just hope she remember old girl, me. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing but girl, let me take you out to get something to eat and give you $100. I take it. You know, but yeah, she's gonna win that. You don't do that. You don't play with people's lives, but people feel like, when you got something like that, HIV, AIDS, whatever the case may be, they always look at you as you're a second class citizen. You don't deserve the right to X, Y, and Z. Who made you God? Who made you judge and jury? You understand what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's really weird to me. I'm glad she's still here. She got two sons. One is grown. The other one, I think he's gonna graduate, but he's got like he's kind of slow. I forgot what she said, but Troy tries his best to do everything. Anything a regular man can do. I think Troy is 15 now. Anything a regular boy, a teenager can do, he tries his best to do it. And he really can't talk or whatever, but he always try to sing. He loves church and all this and stuff. So, AJ, okay. It's just, y'all, we got to do better as human beings. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better as human beings. You don't treat people like that. You just don't. What if it was your mom, your sister, you? What if it was your child? You just uh you don't treat people like that. You just don't. And so uh I'm glad that she's bringing awareness to this, because what if it was a cancer medicine, or what if it was a diabetic medicine? What if somebody had diabetes and they need their insulin every day? They can't miss their insulin. You know what I'm saying? So far, I think in the last month we've had two people to pass away in our jail system, and they don't know how. And I'm thinking, and this is what I thought: what if it was because they needed their medicine and they didn't get it? Then now, I hear a lot of people saying, well, that's why they don't need to go to jail. How many need to go to jail? How many people that need to go to jail? Okay. I don't know them people. Most of the people that, find themselves behind bars or whatever, ran a red light, for some reason don't have insurance, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, be careful how you judge people. Be very careful how you judge people. So yeah, so that's what I wanted you all to, you know, I was hoping that there was I was hoping there was a video. No, it's a video about Iran. Let's speak on Iran. Okay. There is a Bible verse that talks about that China, Russia, and I think Iran would join together and attack America and take down this, like America would not be the power structure that she is. Okay. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say allegedly. Okay. Because I don't want to offend nobody, but it's going to offend you anyway. But, I'm going to say something. If people would apologize and make it right, we could avoid a whole lot of stuff. I know some of y'all don't believe it, but that's true. If people would apologize and make it right, there's a whole lot of things that uh, we could avoid. Okay? We could avoid. Some of y'all don't know, but I am a mod for King Jibes, the official King Jibes. I'm a mod for him. And he's been actually talking about uh, some of these black pastors and churches who have sold themselves out for the almighty dollar. Okay. And wait a minute. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. I want y'all to hear something real quick. Also, just to remind you all that just to let you all know, July the 11th, 2025 at 7:10 Eastern Standard Time. I will be interviewing the St. James Show. I will be interviewing the St. James Show. I hope you all will be over here to support me. If you don't know who he is, he has his own, actually has two different channels. Okay. One is the St. James Show, the other one, I forgot what it is. But if you go to that one, it should tell you about what the other one is. So yeah, the Saint James Show. He also reports on church news and things of that nature. So yeah, you all, I think you would, I think you would enjoy it. I think we're gonna have some fun over here. You know, um, my opinion is, should we get into the entanglement with Iran and Iraq? My opinion, no. A lot of things we're going to go through because we always meddle in something that we have no business being in. Uh, the people knew, some of the military forces knew that they were about to go to war, because the night before they are to leave, the week or days leading up to the day that they'll be employed, they start having lobster and steak dinner. Whenever they're served lobster and steak, that means they're going to war. And it's like sort of a last meal just in case they don't come back. Okay. And so a lot of people and thank you, the Cornell church sector. Right. Okay. A lot of people that's in the armed services was making videos saying, we don't know if y'all know or not, but we're going to go to war. Look what they're serving us. And they were showing their plate with steak and lobster and potatoes and all that stuff. And that's how I learned it. This one person said, just in case y'all don't know, whenever we're about to go to war, this is what they feed us, And Iraq agreed to a ceasefire according to the news. Yeah, but don't believe that. And what I'm going to say about that is, y'all, continue to stock up, especially on first aid kits. Get you a couple of first aid kits. Get you, like I said, make sure you got 2 unopened bottles of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and at least 2 unopened bottles of peroxide. Okay. You do need aspirin. You can go to the dollar store and get the $1.25 aspirin. It ain't got to be name brand, but you do need some form of aspirin. I've already told y'all about everything else to get. Toilet paper, that's a gimme, because you always got to wipe your behind, and then you may need to trade it. You may need something, somebody else may need something, and they may say, hey, I need some toilet paper. You're like, look, I give you a roll if you can give me this, and y'all can barter. Okay, so don't just get enough for you, get enough extra. Okay, like my son thinks I'm weird, but I think he's finally beginning to understand the method in my madness, because I overbuy for a reason. I got a mother. And even though my mama taught me how to overbuy, because she got a whole closet, okay? But still, I got to always think about, and then I got kids that really don't think about stuff like that. Like they buy enough to last them a month, but 2 months, that's asking too much, okay? My one baby girl, I think she buy enough for that week and she's done. So, and I ain't gonna be trying to take care of them now. If I got it to spare, because I'm not gonna go without, because I've been wanting everybody, including my own. So if you don't take the time to get your own stuff, I might help you one time. After that, I don't know what you're gonna do. And I know that sounds cold, don't it? But if I'm telling you time and time and time again, you grew up with me. I'm your mama. I tell y'all first. Y'all know when I speak, it comes true. So that means do what you got to do. Be diligent in what you're hearing and obey. Do what you got to do. I even have prophesied to different churches. I told different pastors of different organizations, at least about 9 so far, okay? Because it's like, what are you seeing? Blah, blah, blah. And I've been telling them, this is what you need. For every person that's signed on your roll, you need to have a bag of not only groceries, but essentials for them, just in case something happened. They're going to look at the church first. Okay. People don't look at the church no other time. You don't look at the church to get no word. You don't look at the church for nothing. But let something happen. First thing you're going to say, well, what happened to the church? Where the church at? Why ain't the church doing this? What the pastors? What it is? Now you want the church. Now you want the pastors. Ain't that hypocritical? You ain't put no tithes in the church. You ain't paid no offerings. You ain't cleaned up no church. You ain't picked up paper around the church. You ain't went to Sunday school. You ain't went to mid-service. You ain't went to Sunday service. But all of a sudden now, it's the church's responsibility to take care of you. Lies you tell. Lies you tell. See, I don't get into all that. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. And I get tired of people doing that. Well, the church, all that money they get, but have you given any? Whatever money that they get, have you given any? Have your $5 hit there? Have your $10 hit there? Have your dollar hit there? Have you even served in the church? Picked up paper, passed out a program, cleaned up the bathroom? Have you did anything? But all of a sudden now, because you ain't got it and you feel threatened and your money done stopped and all this, now you want the church to take care of it. You got the nerve to criticize the church. Yeah, okay, real. Whatever. People ain't gonna like this, but I'm straight up no chaser and I'm truthful. Everything that come out of people's mouth is crucifying the church. Not all churches are like that. Not all churches are like that. Just like with everything else, you got some good teachers, you got some bad teachers. You got some good police, you got some bad police. You got some good judges, you got some bad judges. You got some good preachers, you got some bad preachers. And I tell people, follow me as I follow Christ. Because I'm subject, honey, who? My old nature kick in at any minute. You ain't gonna like her when she kick in, okay? I don't like her when she kick in. So like I tell everybody, I try my best to live this thing. And so far, I think I do okay. I try my best to live this thing. But if for some reason you following me and I'll just, oh my gosh, she let me down. Good. Now you can see God. I'm not your God. I'm leading you to God. The same God you need, I need. How about that? Did you know that? I know a lot of people don't talk like that, but that's the truth. The same God you need, I need. The same grace you need, I need. And sometimes more because he's ordained me to teach, to preach, to pull people out. So I'm under scrutiny and I'm under bigger attacks than you because I'm chosen. And the chosen always go through more. The called, not so much. The called can smoke weed, have illicit sex, and do all of that and be okay. The chosen, like myself, I wish I would be trying to get my back broken. And that's exactly what it would be. Gotta whoop me up one side and down the other like you know better. So there's a very big difference between chosen people and called. Many are called, ain't that what it said? But few, because the ones that are chosen are the elite. They are the elite. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. So don't be upset and surprised when you hear things and everything. And the more, let me tell you this. The more anointed a person is, the more their sexual appetite is high. See, I told y'all I teach truth over here. I teach truth. They won't teach you that, but that's the truth. The more anointed a person is, the more their sexual appetite is high. That's why many pastors, bishops, prophets that you know is anointed. You, honey, it's like they can go A, B, C, D, E, and you just who? Because they don't know. Okay. Can I be honest with y'all? I'm just, that's why you need to pray for your leaders. Because I tell people, don't mess with my covering. I don't need no sloppy Joe. I need filet mignon. And with y'all taking all y'all stuff before he got a minister and all that, don't wait my pastor down. Let him give me the word first. Then y'all can talk to him. All that. Let me tell you, God rest my father in the ministry's heart. God rest him. He's gone to be with the Lord. And Baby, I used to clown. Do you hear me? I used to clown. It's when I was preaching and fighting at the same time. It's the one that told me you can't kick butt and preach. Yeah. So I had to choose you this day. So, and I used to get so mad because people wanted to buy. Is he in there? Yeah, but he's studying right now. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? Oh, I just hit my toe and I just wanted to know if he'll just pray for my toe. Y'all think I'm playing, I promise you. I just want to know if he'll pray for my toe because I hit my toe. I wish I could see my face. I'd be like, huh? Well, he's studying right now, but we can pray for your toe. Oh, okay. I'm like, is these people serious? And not no young people. Uh-uh. These are seasoned people. I'm like, oh. Okay. Another thing, after church, he's like, I'm gonna go in here and, because sometime when the service was extremely, extremely high, he would lock himself in the office until the spirit comes out of him, and all this and stuff. And people would be like, I just need to see Pastor. I need to see him. Like it's really an emergency. And we like, okay, what's going on? What is it? Maybe we all can pray for you until he's ready to speak with people and things like that. Oh yes. Uh, oh, oh my goodness. And we like, oh my God, what's wrong? Today at work, I pushed the time clock 5 minutes late. I'm still waiting. Like, what's the problem? You're gonna get fired. And I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm just scared. Oh, okay. So you want prayer because you pushed the time clock 5 minutes late, or is it that you're gonna get fired? No, I'm not gonna get fired. I just pushed it late. So true pastors go through. Okay, you be surprised what people want to talk to them about, and it's absolutely nothing. A lot of people don't have people in their life that they talk to, so they want to lay it out with the pastor and all this and stuff. And then real pastors are very selective in who they connect to, and you gotta be because you know you just gotta be careful who you are with. See, I'm so different, and God rest my pastor's heart. He told me, he said, God wants you to stay exactly how you are. He gonna change you. Whatever needs to be changed, he gonna change you. And that's exactly what's been happening. I'm me all day, every day. I'm me. Even though I got churches up under me and all that, I'm me all day, every day. I'm not gonna change unless he changes me. And you know what I'm finding? Pastors and bishops that's under me, they find me so comforting where they can't tell nobody else what's going on with them. They tell me because they know I'm a pray about it. If I need to give them something, I give them a word. But if not, I'm pray about it and be done with it. Half the time they got to remind me, you remember when I told you to pray for such such? I'm like, no. Because let me tell you, when you over ministries and churches and you prophetic and all of this and stuff, you can't keep that stuff in your mind. And then you got a life too, you go crazy. You can't keep it in your mind. You just can't, you know? Um, so, and if somebody uses you all to pray for them, y'all pray for them, pray for them, and then ask God to let you forget it. Seriously, because what happens is you begin to keep that in you, you know, if it makes sense, right? You begin to keep that in you. So, just ask God to answer the prayer. Lord, that's my sister, y'all. I was like, what is she doing? But anyway, you guys, it's okay again. Let me reiterate this. It is actually okay again to love who you love and like who you like. Okay, it really is. But just try not to be anybody's garbage can. Okay, you don't want to be a garbage can. where people just dump on you and move on. Yatanya, email me, please. Email me. Because I want to know what you're saying about the kidney situation. Because I haven't heard it, babes. Uh, I'm still here, y'all. Uh, so I'm gonna get into a video. I'm gonna get into a video of kidneys one day. We're gonna discuss the kidneys, okay? One, I will say this. Don't y'all know that kidneys are affected by fear? Fear is actually what affects your kidneys. Okay. Yahoo Boo, thank you. Yeah, fear is actually what affects your kidneys. Yep. And a lot of people don't know that for every emotion that you have, it affects support. It affects support of your body. It affects support of your body. It really does. Thank you. Yes, it's Coco's Next Level at yahoo.com. That is me, Coco's Next Level at yahoo.com. And anyway, I will be doing another. Let me get my interview over with St. James. Let me get the interview over with him. And I think I'm gonna do the toast challenge. Shout out to Mixology. I will be doing the toast challenge. So y'all get y'all stuff ready to go on y'all Texas toast. Y'all little bitty toast. You can do whatever you want to. You can do a seafood toast. You can do, whatever. But we're gonna have a toast challenge. Now I ain't got no big bucks like them other content creators, baby. At the most, we're gonna divide up $100 unless somebody wants to, add to the pot or whatever. But I'm taking 3 people because we're gonna have a first. I think when you have more winners, first, second, and third, that way everybody gets something. If nothing else, it'll be to put your money back in your household that you spent to put on toast. How much could it be for some toast? Okay. Even if you get some shrimp, shrimp is like what you can get a couple. You get about 10 for $5, and all of that. Some of the stuff you should already have in your house. You can make breakfast toast. It's all type of toast, chicken toast. I hear you. And again, if y'all want to, honey, support my coffee habit, because I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'm gonna wait till afterwards and get my iced coffee. Y'all can always cash out me. There's no amount too small, and there's definitely no amount too big, and everything. Give me one moment.